This is from Ronnie at Trey40. As we stand right now, who are the names to keep an eye on for Cowboys head coach? Um, I think part of what we're looking at here is really familiarity, and what sort of familiarity, the Cowboys ownership, the front office have with the guys, because it seems like every guy that's involved, rumored, whispered about when it comes to the Cowboys opening has connections to the Jones family, be it Deion Sanders, Kellen Moore, Brian Schottenheimer, Jason Witten. So I think there's a chance Schottenheimer becomes the head coach with Jason Witten on the staff. We've heard that they would like to groom Jason Witten, maybe eventually to be the head coach. He's coaching high school right now. I will say this about Jason Witten. Perhaps the best leader I've ever been around as a player, just as far as teams I've covered and been around. I know, when Bill Parcells went from Dallas to Miami, and he took Jake Long first overall. He's one of the reasons he took Long first overall over Matt Ryan and everybody else that year. Glenn Dorsey, I believe, was in that class, was because he saw Witten-like qualities in Long. That's how much he thought of Witten as a leader. So Witten has the leadership qualities. He has the skins on the wall as a player. You can't Jeff Saturday him. You can't make him the head coach, but bringing him in and grooming him would feel a lot like what they did in 2007 when they hired Jason Garrett after Garrett had only been coaching for a couple of years, and then put Wade Phillips over the top of him. I think Kellen Moore is the safe pick, and I think that's maybe the most likely pick of the three. And Deion obviously would be a little outside the box. But the fact that they are going with familiarity and leaning on familiarity here tells you they weren't really as prepared as they needed to be for this, which is tough to watch because they had a full year to be prepared for this, because that situation last year was one of their own doing. Sending Mike McCarthy into a contract year the way that they did was on them. Nobody else forced them to do it. That was their choice. I think McCarthy is probably still there if he has term left on his contract. Obviously, he didn't. So now he's gone. And again, like the Cowboys, leaning on familiarity tells you that maybe they didn't have the best plan for coming out of the Mike McCarthy era, even with a year to prepare for it.